I don't hate them. There were 6 of them, resting softly on the dark bark tree in my garden. Only 6. There used to be more, but now there are only 6. Why 6? I didn't think it mattered at the time, but that is where I falter, and it fills my heart with pity, that chemical imbalance, whenever I remember how ignorant I was. When there used to be thousands, I'd be happy, and they'd sing to me often with wide gazes and slow smiles. But they'd never sing anything remotely happy. This is why I used to wake up at night screaming, although their voices always put my conscious mind at rest. They sung of misfortune, death, famine, and other such nonsense, but calmly, like it was all right with them. Each noon of every day, I'd quietly sit with them by the tree in my garden. They were modest, yet had purpose, and their eyes seemed to tell of many stories from many lands in different times. And sometimes, I'd see those times in my sadness. A large portion of time, however, was spent singing with them, as they'd always sing one of 3 strange songs. Imagine an MP3 player, but with only 3 songs which you love and never grow out of. In a way, it was a curse. They wouldn't appreciate me smoking, and their singing would be filled with modest coughing, but they never got angry. I suppose that's why I quit. Because they didn't want me when I smoked. I needed them to want me. It was an addiction. Largely psychological, in my opinion. Their bodies were rough and heads misshapen to what you'd want them to be in relation to their torso and thin, crispy legs. And their smile was much that of a human, a baby, one that finds amusement in the smallest of actions. Their humor was dry, and they would never smile at my attempts to entertain them. However, they needed not any of mine, and were completely content in giving me their sensory songs. Overall, their quiet bodies seemed oddly apathetic, but the smiles on their faces did not obey by the same stature. They seemed to cry out of happiness I had never before seen, even though they could easily fit onto the desperate palm of my aging hands. How could such a small being evoke so much emotion? This is what I love. It is an unconditional alien, and only I have the sheer pleasure of hearing them sing. But their numbers dwindle as soon as anybody came over. Any friend, lover, distant relative who found me on the internet. They seemed so sad when I had company. So I was sad. This is my love, and nobody shall touch these remaining 6. I will never leave. I am alone, and nobody shall touch them.